What's going on, guys? Thank you for watching JGTechBlog, and for today's video we're going to be doing a full review of the Samsung Galaxy On5. This is the newest addition to the Metro PCS family. It's also one of the budget phones that they carry. This is not comparing to the J7 and the K10 that they just came out with Metro. If you take my opinion, don't even watch this video if you're interested in getting those phones, because those phones are much more better than the On5. If you're interested in this phone, you would only get it because you're on a budget and you're trying to get something cheap. Otherwise, like I said, go for the K10 or the Stylo or for the J7. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and dig deep into this phone and see what's the good things about it and what's the bad. So looking at the back of the phone, you have a 5 megapixel autofocus main camera with LED flash, and you have the speakers right here at the top. And going into the back of the phone, you have a removable 2600 milliamp battery, the SD card slot, and the SIM card slot right beneath it. The cover of the phone itself is actually pretty nice. It gives it a very nice look. It has a leather touch on the back, so it doesn't keep the smudges of your fingerprint on the back, and it gives it a better grip once you have it in your hand. The design of the phone itself is very similar as the Grand Prime that they had with Metro PCS, and it fits perfectly in the hand. I actually like this very much because it fits perfect like that. If you're doing one hand, you don't need your other hand. You can just text one time with it. For those that love texting with one hand, this is perfect. Okay, and let's go ahead and look at the front of the phone. It's rocking a 2 megapixel front facing camera. It doesn't have LED notification, and down at the bottom you have the home button, the recent and the back buttons, capacitors, which actually don't have any backlights. The screen itself is a 5-inch quad high definition LCD touchscreen. It has way better resolution than the standard definition screens. On the right hand side of the phone you have the power button, and then on the left hand side you have the volume rocker. Towards the bottom of the phone you have the microphone, the micro USB charging port, and you have the headphone jacks. Looking into the software itself, this is rocking a 1.3 gigahertz quad core processor. It has 8 gigabytes of ROM, but unfortunately this is also another bad thing about these phones, but you're talking about a $59 phone, so it does have, looking at storage, it does only have 3.60 gigabytes of available space. So if you're downloading things from the internet or any apps, this is not going to be enough for you. Just 1 or 2 or 3 apps is probably going to fill it up that fast. If you're probably downloading some games, one game is probably going to fill it up as well. Majority of the storage has already been taken by the operating system, so 4.40 gigabytes has been already taken by the Marshmallow operating system that is on the phone. So you do have the latest and greatest, which is the 6.0.1 Marshmallow. Alright, looking at the camera itself, you have the 2 megapixel front facing camera, and as you can see here, the quality sucks big time. Let me make it very closer to you. You see, things are, it looks like an old Nokia phone, to be honest with you. It's not very unclear, it's very noisy. And at the back of the camera as well, just the quality is not there. You know what I mean? It's not something we're used to taking pictures with if you compare it to the better higher end phones. Even the Grand Prime, to be honest with you, the Grand Prime actually had a better looking camera, and I'm gonna do a review of those two phones, and I'm gonna link them at the end of the video. So, by the way, when you take a picture, it doesn't have a fast response. You have to wait, and then it'll take a photo. In terms of video playback and in terms of video recording, you have only it records and it plays back in 720p, but it's not that bad actually. It's pretty cool. It's pretty clear. The sound, it's okay. I mean, it's not that bad, but to be honest with you, I would have preferred if they had the speakers more towards the bottom than the top. One thing I do like about this phone, and all the Samsung phones to be honest, is that the battery feature they have, which allows you to save a lot of power if you are in need of the phone. So for example, we have ultra power saving mode, and once you turn it on, so for example here we have 24%, and it's giving us 21 hours and 32 minutes left. That's pretty good. It allows you to use the basics, which is the phone, messaging, going online, browsing the net, and also adding widgets like Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger, a calculator, etc., etc. Just giving you the most needed things in your phone when you really need it. So to wrap things up, I'll be honest, I gotta give it to Samsung. They did, you know, for $59, they did a very good job. This phone has a really good processor to it. It's rocking, like I said, a 1.3 gigahertz processor. It has a very nice quad high definition screen. The price is really reasonable for $59. But the cons of this phone is that the camera sucks big time. If you're a person that always takes pictures, always takes selfies, I recommend you stay away from this phone. Otherwise, like I said, if you're on a budget, then just go with this phone. This is going to be your best bet with Metro right now. If you have any other questions, put it in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see my other videos that I'm going to be comparing this phone to other phones that they have at Metro. Thank you for watching.